I chain smoke and I say fuck a lot. But I accept myself for the way I am. I accept you too. Viewer discretion advised.
Hi, I'm Jamie Lee Curtis, and the plane you see behind me is a United States Marine Corps Harrier jet that's used in my latest movie, True Lies.
The action sequences in this picture are outrageous. I mean, they'll blow you away.
First off, I want to thank CrazyDaysNights.net and An Open Secret, because without them, none of this shit would be possible. Also, I want to thank one of my subscribers, Rosalinda, because I used your snap of the Hollywood sign for this video. Over the weekend on Twitter, An Open Secret shared this open letter from Eliza Dushku. When I was 12 years old while filming True Lies, I was sexually molested by Joel Kramer, one of Hollywood's leading stunt coordinators. Ever since, I have struggled with and how, and when to disclose this, if ever. At the time, I shared what happened to me with my parents, 2 adult friends, and one of my older brothers. No one seemed ready to confront this taboo subject then, nor was I. I am grateful to the women and men who have gone before me in recent months. The ever-growing list of sexual abuse and harassment victims who have spoken out with their truths have finally given me the ability to speak out. It has been indescribably exhausting bottling this up inside me for all these years. I remember so clearly 25 years later how Joel Kramer made me feel special, how he methodically built my and my parents' trust for months, grooming me, exactly how he lured me to his Miami hotel room with a promise to my parent that he would take me for a swim at the Stunt Cruise hotel pool and for my first sushi meal thereafter. I remember vividly how he methodically drew the shades and turned down the lights, how he cranked up the air conditioning to what felt like freezing levels, where exactly he placed me on one of the 2 hotel room beds, what movie he put on the television, Coneheads, how he disappeared in the bathroom and emerged naked, bearing nothing but a small hand towel held flimsy at his midsection. I remember what I was wearing, my favorite white denim shorts, thankfully secured enough for me to keep them on. I remember how he laid me on the bed, wrapped me with his gigantic writhing body, and rubbed all over me. He spoke these words, "You're not going to sleep on me now, sweetie. Stop pretending you're sleeping," as he rubbed harder and faster against my catatonic body. When he was finished, he suggested, "I think we should be careful about telling anyone," he meant. I was 12. He was 36. I remember how afterwards the taxi driver stared at me in the rearview mirror when Joel Kramer put me on his lap in the back seat and clutched me and grew aroused again. And how my eyes never left the driver's eyes during that long ride over the Miami Bridge, back to my hotel and parent. I remember how Joel Kramer grew cold with me in the ensuing weeks, how everything felt different on the set. And I remember how soon after, when my tough adult female friend, in whom I had confided my terrible secret on the condition of a trade that she let me drive her car around the Hollywood Hills, came out to the set to visit and face him. Later that very same day, by no small coincidence, I was injured from a stunt gone wrong on the Harrier jet. With broken ribs, I spent the evening in the hospital. To be clear, over the course of those months rehearsing and filming True Lies, it was Joel Kramer who was responsible for my safety on a film that at the time broke new ground for action films. On a daily basis, he rigged wires and harnesses on my 12-year-old body. My life was literally in his hands. He hung me in the open air from a tower crane atop an office tower 25 stories high. Where he was supposed to be my protector, he was my abuser. Why speak out now? I was 12. He was 36. It is incomprehensible. Why didn't an adult on the set find his predatory advances strange, that over-the-top special attention he gave me? Fairly early on, he nicknamed me Jailbait. And James Cameron came out in support of Elijah and says he hasn't worked with that stuntman since. But it turns out he might have been wrong, because he worked with him on Terminator 2 3D.
So last night must have been pretty exciting for you.
These next clips from the making of True Lies are just to show the age difference between Joel Kramer and Elijah Dushku.
It went so far, we had it within a 2-foot distance.
He lies to his boss.
And so where we could...
She's 14 years old, and I mean, he just doesn't know her. He doesn't realize that she's really affected her.
Because there was a lot of heat coming off of that, too.
And so she skips school, she gets in trouble, she does anything.
This guy's worked on a lot of movies, and And surprisingly, he's worked on a lot of movies with Arnold. I'm not gonna say that last name, I'll fuck it up.
Baby.
It's like a machine. Come from here. Come from here.
It is coming from here.
Baby.
Hasta la vista, baby.
So he's a stunt coordinator, but he's also been a stunt double for Arnold a lot. And he also played some roles, like that stomach mutant from Total Recall.
The stunt sequences, however big and outrageous they are, somebody, you could pull it off. It could be done. That's the way this movie was made.
The Predator, when his mask comes off.
You're one ugly motherfucker.
And so are you. He also worked on Junior.
Come, feel it.
No, I don't think so.
Come, just feel it.
Kindergarten Cop.
Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina.
And a shitload of other Arnold movies. He also worked on Cliffhanger with Sly.
You know, working with Sly's been fantastic, especially as a stunt coordinator, because we've put him in a lot of positions that are very dangerous. He's done most of his, I'd say 95% of his own stunts.
They Live.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Invaders from Mars, because I remember that shit.
I'm Mark Weinstein. Dr. Weinstein.
Another Weinstein? Moonwalker. On air with the serial killing pedophile.
Are you sick?
Why do you ask?
You look sick.
No, sweetie, he's not really sick. That's just how Steve Buscemi looks. He can't help it. In this movie, 11-14, with Tom Cruise's son, I saw this a while ago. It's a pretty fucked up movie.
No, yes. Fucking no. Yeah! Right fucking no. Will you fucking cut it out? Look, you're getting it all over my fucking car! Thank you! Thank you! Is everybody all right? Oh. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck.
My penis is on the loose. If you see it, just try to catch it with some cheese.
And he's also worked on at least 2 movies with Brian Pickleboy Peckerhead himself.
The best pickle boy in the world.
Convicted child molester, including Return of the Living Dead.
I like death.
I like death with sex. How about you, Casey? You like sex with death?
Yeah, so fuck off and die.
And Man on the Moon.
Action, fellas.
I'll be back.
No, you won't. Fucking stoned.
I got